Welcome aboard, viewers. This is Windshear. Glad you could join me. Sorry for the lack of content lately, but if you're like me, there's just not much going on, and we just keep regurgitating the same information. But I always like to kind of give a new dynamic and spin on my video content and solicit your input. Appreciate your support. But in this video, what I want to talk about is where do you think Battlefield 4 is going? What do you think about what you've seen? Are you happy with where it's going? I want to kind of give a synopsis of where I predicted and where it would be and where it is going, and not so much pat myself on the back, but kind of reference my previous video where and I'll show you the highlights of that video here in a moment, but kind of highlight the previous critique and recommendations of things I wanted to see in Battlefield 4 and relate that to what we have seen in terms of the big changes in Battlefield 4. Also, first, I want to give a shout out to this gentleman. I'll just pop his name up here, and I'm not going to pronounce it, but he was responsible for getting my new background and tile for the new YouTube layout, which I was forced to go to. You will conform. Anyway, thanks to you guys' support every now and then. He's this anonymous guy that sends me information, and I want to give him a shout out because I have absolutely no graphical talent on the PC. And computer savviness is always at a handicap for myself. I've been busy a lot. I haven't put out much content. I want to get you some gameplays coming up. I'm trying to warm up my skills again on PC, getting back into PC with Battlefield 3, getting my Xbox controller skills down, because we all know Battlefield 4 is coming out October 29th, but I want to play it on PlayStation 4, but unfortunately it's going to be several weeks after that. We don't have an exact release date with the PlayStation 4. It's been rumored, well, Amazon's showing it as December 31st. I hope that's completely wrong. But been rumors about November 15th release, November 21st. But bottom line is, guys, you better pre-order that sucker, because I'll tell you right now, there's going to be a short supply on it. And so just go out and save yourself the hassle right now. Don't get in that holiday mess that we're going to see. Get yourself your pre-order now for your PlayStation or your Xbox One. Well, how about that reversal on the Xbox One, by the way? Woo! Talk about being forced to conform. Yes, Xbox, well, of course, we will not require to be online all the time. We will not inhibit the trading. I knew they'd come around on that, guys. That was only a matter of time. But it's still humorous to me that they did that flip-flop in classic Microsoft fashion, and then they try to spin it like, we listen to the community. We really appreciate your input. We're here to help you. We're Microsoft, here to help. Yes, you are, and enjoy paying $100 more for that console too and that service. Moving on, sorry to bash on that, guys, but what I want to talk about in Battlefield 4, the feel, the direction, with lots of exciting stuff. We got next-gen console coming. We got all these new changes in Battlefield 4. I'm excited. I really am. Personally, at first I was a little skeptic. I was skeptical. I was like, this trailer that we saw in February, I was like, ugh, is this Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4? Because I can't tell the difference. But now with this multiplayer gameplay, which of course you're seeing here, this is me recording the live stream here from E3. I'm sure you guys are sick of seeing this stuff, but it's the only multiplayer footage we have for Battlefield 4. And I still think, I still enjoy watching it because I'm just so excited about this game. It looks so much better to me. Everything from the reflections in the buildings, I mean, the debris in the air, the sounds in this game. Oh, God, I wish I could been there just to hear this game. Anyway, I'm just really excited about this game. But just lots going on here in the Battlefield area, and what I want to talk about is what we've seen, kind of recap what I predicted and and relate that to what we've seen translate. And we've had some game changers, and the first one I want to talk about is that I called it in terms of, I took a lot of flack in that video. You saw the highlights right there. One of my wild card prediction, I wanted to see basically score streaks in Battlefield 4. I wanted to see some kind of attack outside the map that you can call in and have an effect on the battlefield. I wanted to see unlockable progress, and again, that comes from my Call of Duty roots. If there's one thing that stuck with me all this time is I like that Pavlov's dog kind of thing, or Pavlov's dog. I gotta have that constant reassurance that I'm a good boy, I'm doing a good job, so I get my treat and I get to call in my Hellfire Tomahawk missile or something like that, or call in my AC-130. And I like that rewardability, but I also like working as a team with Battlefield 4. But in that wildcard statement, I said I wanted to see UAVs that can orbit over the battlefield. I wanted to see an AC-130 that can orbit over a point. I wanted to see a like a UAV attack missile, if you will, which we could basically call that a tomahawk, if you will. I want to see flashbangs. I want to see I want to see the AC-130 has thermal vision. I want to see all its primary attacks back. Uh, I want to see a spot UAV, like if I think I said that right. Point is, what I'm getting at, score streaks. I said I want to see score streaks, and you guys said you're not going to see them when you're so out there in left field. You're such a, which I am. I kind of am a rogue guy out there in terms of YouTube stuff. I'm not a big player, but I do like to call stuff and express my recommendations. And I said I want to see the stuff, and you guys said no, you're not going to see it. Well, now we have, guys, and I hate to say it, but this one time I may have gotten it right. Score streaks are in Battlefield 4. Oh, Windsure, no, they're not. Yes, they are. They're in the form of field upgrades. And what that means is no longer do we have squad perks now, where we have redundant perks and everybody has to collaborate. Well, who's running sprint, who's running cover, who's got the extra ammo, who's got the extra grenade. Now it's all you just select beforehand either offensive perks or you want defensive perks. And as you work collectively in a squad with your 5-man squad through suppression assist points, spot assists, throwing out ammo, collective heal, spots, capturing objectives, killing enemies, working together. As your squad works together, you gradually unlock perks. And again, your perks are what we've seen before: sprints, ammo, how quickly you replenish your health, etc. So as you go through those perks and you move on and you get to a certain point level, you unlock that perk and you move on to the next one, you get the next perk. So as whenever you unlock all your perks, and in the event that, an unfortunate event that your whole squad is wiped, which I've seen a lot before, particularly as a support class player, C4, gotcha. Wiped off the whole squad, everybody's done. Now you have to completely restart your whole perk streak, if you will, and start that unlock all over again. So that is a dynamic we have never seen in Battlefield 4. That's a game changer, guys. I know there's these two big titans out there. You got Call of Duty, you got Battlefield, and they clash. Again, coming from Call of Duty, I've been converted. I think Battlefield continually reinvents itself. We're seeing it here with Battlefield 4. I mean, the integration of mobile devices into live gameplay, that's groundbreaking, guys. So I'm seeing more people come from Call of Duty to Battlefield. I think Call of Duty Ghosts is going to be just a regurgitation of the same stuff, and I'm not even going to get it. I'll flat out say it. I'm not even going to fall for it this time. I should have learned my lesson after Modern Warfare 3, but I didn't. Bought Black Ops 2, Blops 2, and at first I thought it was great, but that wore off quick. And not even going to go down it. Not even entertaining Ghosts other than for the sake of humor. I love seeing what they put out, and the dog stuff is hilarious. Remotely control your dog, yes. Yeah, okay. So what you're seeing, though, and I don't know if this is a gradual, fundamental shift in Battlefield, but you're seeing implementation, and this is one thing I said in my video about my professional recommendations. Don't just have this mentality of we can't integrate ideas from other games just because we didn't come up with that idea. You're not seeing that anymore. I think you're seeing a change with the way DICE is making games that are starting to incorporate elements from other games and, of course, come up with great ones and new unique ideas like mobile device integration. So the fact that we got these kind of score streaks slipped in there and with the perks, and I'm not just talking about the field upgrades, guys. I'm talking about commander mode. Commander mode in itself, if you want to essentially argue what commander mode is, it's taking away the individual player's ability to call in your Tomahawk Strike or your UAV or your AC-130, giving that to a third party, observer, if you will. I'm not too sure about how this is going to play out. The fact that it's there speaks volumes for what we're seeing. It's a game changer. It's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see outside the box thinking. But the way it's going to be implemented, I'm just going to have to play it to see. Personally, I'm not too sure about how I'm going to want to sit there and just, for 15 minutes straight, every 36 seconds call in my Tomahawk Strike here or my Tomahawk Strike there. And, you're kind of at the mercy of your team because, again, it's a score streak, if you will, based on what positions your team captures on Conquest, based on Siege at Shanghai, for example. If you capture position C, you have access to AC-130. So you're dependent on your team capturing positions or have access to more attacks, if you will, with the commander mode. But just strictly sitting there from my couch or whatever on my tablet and poking away at this, and I mean, obviously you have to be in communication with the team. How's that going to work on console, and how's that going to work on PC? What's the latency going to be like on that? What's the lag going to be like that? What happens if somebody drops out? Who selects the next commander? Is that a real critical time? The point I'm getting at is that commander modes, it is a wild card. It genuinely is. And I know they've had it in Battlefield 2, but this one's a lot different. The fact you got mobile device integration here, we've never seen this before. Personally, I'm going to have to see how this plays out. Honestly, I would really like to see the commander mode really be in the hands of individual players. I think if you're working together, just like your field upgrades, if your particular squad's doing really good and has the most points out of all your squads on your team, and we're talking 64 players here, don't you think that ace squad, that beast squad, should be able to call in the same stuff that the commander does and just kind of eliminate the commander, if you will? And say, like, Johnny or Winshear over here, just he's doing a good score within that squad. Now he has access, for his Tomahawk strike, or he has ability to call in the AC-130 over this objective, and the teams can spawn in that. I really don't know why we have to have a specific player doing that. I think it's cool. Again, we'll have to see how it plays out. But at this point, I'm a little cautious about it. But again, the point I'm getting at here, the bigger picture is, it is a unlockable, outside the box attack. The commander mode is. But moving on a little bit into the AC-130. Again, this is something I was real specific about. I wanted to see it back. I wanted to see the ability to orbit over an objective. I wanted its thermal vision back. I wanted all the munitions, the 120 millimeter cannon, the 40 millimeter grenade launcher, the chain cannon. I wanted all that in, and we got it. And this vehicle still causes so much controversy. I just heard Level Cap making the argument on his video is, it's not fun to be on the receiving end of the AC-130, therefore it should not be in the game. I'm like, wow, that's a pretty one-sided argument. I mean, it's not fun to be on the receiving end of any kind of sharp stick, if you will, whether it's a bullet, a rocket from a helicopter, a bomb from an aircraft, or a 50 caliber machine gun, what have you. Just saying that the AC-130 kills me, and that's not fun, that I got killed by the AC-130, therefore it's overpowered or it shouldn't be in the game. I think it's one-sided argument. I think maybe what he's trying to say is that, and probably some concerns too, is that we saw no way to deal with the AC-130 in the pre-alpha gameplay. The helicopter couldn't fly up high enough to attack it. You couldn't see stingers, so it just looked like literally a Call of Duty kill streak where you call it in and some guys is up there. I saw some footage. I mean, you guys saw, guys is destroying the team with this thing. But again, I'm confident DICE, they're good about balancing stuff. I mean, in Battlefield 3, the AC-130, anytime I get in it, I get shot down really quickly. They will constantly tweak the game. I'm confident they're going to figure it out. So just everybody breathe, take a moment of silence, breathe with me, and just have faith that they know what they're doing with this game. What other game changer I'm seeing in Battlefield 4 is support. Oh my God, what's going on with support, guys? I mean, beast mode on, everybody's playing support class. Hell, even Level Cap's playing support class. You know it's good when Level Cap's playing support. Now we know in Battlefield 3, I was always a support class player. It was always kind of the ugly, red-headed stepchild class of Battlefield 3. And really nobody ever touched it because, well, we all know why. I mean, your hit detection, aiming downside accuracy, it's everywhere. Some days I love support, some days I'm like, what is it with this class? Well, with what I've seen with Battlefield 4 in the gameplay is the gunplay is really tight. Very little recoil. I don't like these tracer rounds, by the way. This seems kind of strange to me, but I gotta play it to see. But very little recoil and hit detection. It looks like bullets it's taking more bullets to kill people, is what I'm trying to say here. So you need more bullets. And what's even complicated the fact that you need more bullets is now we have this reload thing. Again, pre-alpha, I hope this really isn't in the actual finished game. But the fact that if you reload your magazine with half its capacity gone, or half of its capacity remaining, you just forfeited half of those bullets. So that's why you're seeing everybody playing support here in this pre-alpha gameplay, because everybody's out of ammo. I don't know how much footage I watched in this alpha gameplay where the guy's just constantly going from kit to kit to kit, and he's doing good, but every kit he picks up is out of ammo because everybody's out of ammo because everybody's spamming the reload stuff. it's not going to be good for the gameplay. I hope they do away with that. Maybe just make it a hardcore option or something, even if we need hardcore. But again, do we really need to see that stuff? But that's why everybody's playing support, is what I'm trying to say. In addition to that support, another big buff is that support weapons supposedly only put out suppression now. So assault class weapons, carbines, sniper rifles no longer suppress you. So that explains why we saw so little suppression in Battlefield 4. But we know it's there because we saw suppression assists whenever you saw a support class guy going around with his 46 round magazine and getting suppression assists. So not only do we have, again, bullets for support, which is a big important thing right now with this reload thing, the suppression only with the support class gun. You have 46 bullets in a magazine with the gun. But did you guys notice how, before I get to that, the grenade launcher now, the support class has some kind of XM25 airburst grenade launcher. They can shoot it behind covers, which is another thing I wanted to see with my wildcard or my recommendation class. I want to see something with the support class in terms of specialized mortar strike or something like that. Well, pretty much we can translate that into this, where you have some kind of special either grenade launcher with this thing. It looks a lot like an M320, but from what I understand, you can be like hiding behind a wall. You can shoot this thing, and it will shoot a projectile over the wall, detonate over the wall, and kill the guy behind the wall. I'm like, wow. So we have that. And did you notice the accuracy of that weapon in the support class? I mean, almost no recoil, tight spread. I mean, guys are just putting people down at range with that gun. My argument is with these five basically buffs to the support class. Why would you want to play assault or any other class? I mean, particularly with this reload thing. So let me know what you guys think about support. I mean, personally, I think it looks a little too OP from what I've seen. But again, we need to see a lot more. Wrapping this up, guys, I don't want to get too long-winded here, but let me know what you guys think in terms of all that stuff. But the other things I've called that we've seen, the head glitching's been addressed. We've seen flashbangs now, in here, customization with your knives, your camos, your guns. We've seen privacy settings. We've got spectator mode now. Hopefully that's in the console. But lots of exciting stuff here. But everything from vehicle reloads being addressed, which is what I wanted to see, increasing in your damage to the machine gun mounted vehicles. So a lot of the things I called in this video we're seeing now. I'm excited about that. I love that DICE listens to the input from members like myself, the community. They do listen. I'm confident that the game will not be finished when they release it. That's something that surprised me that one developer said, is that the game's never finished when they release it. So bear that in mind. Give it some time. The game always evolves once they do release it. But there's no question in my mind. Battlefield 4, whether it's an evolution, revolution, who cares? The game looks great. It looks like the best first-person shooter we've seen yet to date. And I think it's just gonna push the face down in the mud with Call of Duty on this one. I really think this will be the time, the pivotal change, when you see this franchise begin to win the hearts and minds of the whole first-person shooter community. Please like and subscribe to the video, guys. I'll have more content come. I'm working on, again, on PC uploads. I'm going to be getting some PC gameplay up here as soon as I get this Xbox controller down again. And now my computer seems to be somewhat stable for the moment. I don't know. It depends on the time of the month for my gaming laptop, if you will. Some days it seems kind of really drivers, all that stuff is beyond me, but golly, these things can be temperamental. But hope to get some gameplay of that soon. Thanks again for your comments, your support, and I'll have more content to come. Thanks for watching.